Lights, camera, action!
Yeah, I know this video is late, and I apologize. Oh no, I feel like I've actually created like an intro and all this stuff, but whatever. The days have just gone by and I just haven't had time to really upload and edit all the footage and everything. But, just to kind of catch you up, last week it pretty much rained all week. And that was a good thing. That was a very good thing. But despite like it raining pretty much the entire week, I just saw that levels of like lead and bromide and whatever other shit, levels of all that stuff in the atmosphere actually spiked. So there's that. And it really just goes back to just what I've been saying, is that even though the skies are blue now and it's rained substantially like since the fires have been put out, the air quality is still terrible. It's always been terrible, but it's just much worse now. It's much worse. And yeah, they're just saying it's going to be a long time before we're back to normal. So anyway, Friday was like the first day that it didn't rain, so I decided to go out, have drinks, have fun, hang out with people.
You heard it here first. About to make fucking moves.
About to make moves, yes. Let them know, I'm still recovering.
And after we shut down the bar, like Uber prices were just out of control. So I was just like, let me just hang out for a little while, see if the prices will come down. And while I was hanging out, there's this guy, like, on the street or whatever, singing Drake songs. And he had a nice little crowd around him and people were into it. I was into it. I was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Oh, just hold on, we're going home. Yeah, just hold on, we're going home. Yeah, it's hard to do, the skin's alone. Yeah, just hold on, we're going home. Oh. You gotta cry to me. I'm your best friend, baby, you don't gotta lie. I get you anything that you want and you need. From your notes to some name, it's right at your side. Quality, you're the best. So let's make up your dress, go kissing on your neck, start rubbing on your back.
So yeah, that was fun. And then Saturday, I just, I didn't do much. I worked on my script some, but not a whole lot. I worked on it some. And I had just been thinking, I was just like, you know what? I wasn't going to do anything. Like I wasn't going to, Sunday, I wasn't going to go out for like the Super Bowl or anything. It's like, I'm going to stay home and continue to work on the script. But then one of my buddies hit me up. We hung out last year for the Super Bowl. He was just like, we're going to run it back. So yeah, I found myself going to my buddy's Super Bowl party, and it was a good time. We had a good time. The game was, it was what it was. This is because it's cool.
Onions with that?
No grilled onions. No.
Here you go, my friend.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
It's very cool. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. Thank you.
It's about to be halftime. Eagles are up 24-0. My boy Logan is already calling it. He's saying it's over. And I say, good. Good. Let's go Eagles. So, of course, we were all highly anticipating the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
You really about to do it? 48% of music.
music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they try to break the game, but you can't fake influence.
You get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like.
Yeah.
My feelings about the halftime show, pretty controversial. I thought it was cool. I thought it was okay. But that's the thing. I thought it was okay. I wanted Kendrick to do two things. I wanted him to like really put on like kind of like an explosive show, like, you know, just kind of like full of energy and just kind of like, you know, like play the hits. The second thing is I wanted the performance to be about him and not about Drake or about the beef. And that's what it felt like to me. And there's a lot of chatter online and people are talking about, you know, like the symbolism and everything. It's like, I get it. I get all of it. I get all of it. And I'm hating how some of y'all are trying to like throw even more meaning. And there was one guy that was just like, Kendrick's performance was 13 minutes and 25 seconds long, but the game over at the end of the performance actually flashed at 13 minutes and 22 seconds. And so I Googled 1322 and Proverbs 13:22 came up and it said, let me tell you what I'm saying. Y'all got to stop with that shit. Y'all have to stop. Oh my God, man. Anyway, I get the symbolism. I get the meaning. But the other thing is that, I don't know. I just feel like a Super Bowl halftime show is supposed to be entertaining. You can get your message across and still be entertaining. I mean, conscious hip hop groups in the 90s did that all the time. You know, look at like a group like Public Enemy, high energy, highly entertaining, and still like very pro-black, very political, very much getting the message out there, right? So I know, you know, like some of my boys agree with me. They felt that the show was a little, you know, underwhelming, lackluster. Some of my boys are just like, you know, no, you know, it's perfect. You know, you just didn't get it. You got to look at the symbolism. You got to, and it's like, I get it. You know, I do understand, but I just was not entertained. And, but it is what it is, you know, hey, I was not on that stage. It was not my show. So I just think that, you know, we all have our opinions and, you know, I'm not knocking Kendrick's artistry when I express my opinion. It's just like, yeah, you know, if he set out to do what he wanted to do, if he accomplished it, great. After hanging out at the Super Bowl party, my boys' party, we just went to the bar, hung out. That was a good time. Shenanigans, man, shenanigans.
Cowboy Carter, time to strike a match and light up this juke joint. Well, she got that water, man got that water. Don't act like you don't know.
And that's been about it. They're still doing renovations on my building. So now what they're doing is they're replacing like all the pipes in the building. And they started at the back. So, you know, they're working their way to the front. They told me that they would, you know, they'll get to me like by next week or whatever. I woke up this morning to, you know, brush my teeth and, you know, freshen up, drink some water, like whatever. And the water was not on. I was just like, the shit is going on. But, yeah, they were just like, oh, we had to cut it off for a minute, but you'll have water in a minute. And so, yeah. So that's what they're doing. They're replacing the pipes. And apparently when they do get to my apartment, what this means is, of course, they're going to have to, like, go into the walls and everything. So there's going to be, like, a lot of shuffling and a lot of, like, moving shit around in here. Hey, it is what it is. I just hope it's not too disruptive and it doesn't take too long. Because, yeah. I'm not mad though. I mean, look, as I've said, this is an old building. So the fact that they're, you know, doing things like replacing the pipes. The plan for this week is to also start querying. I'd initially planned on querying last month, but then the fires happened. And I kind of felt like it wasn't the right time to like try to query and conduct business and do all of that stuff while Los Angeles was burning to the ground. So I put all of that on hold, put it on pause. Just like, you know what? The fires are out. Sundance is over. So anyone who went to Utah to like deal with that or like whatever, they're back in town. They're raring to go. It's like, all right, bet. It's about time. And so my strategy. Might not be a good strategy, but it's my strategy. I'm querying my romantic comedy. Valentine's Day is coming up, so, you know, I'm gonna tailor the query to kind of like, oh, are you in the mood for love? You know, no, I'm not gonna say that corny shit, but, you know, gonna mention, like, you know, Valentine's Day and this is a romantic comedy. Hopefully, like, get them in the mood to, like, want to read this. Also, my script happens to take place during All-Star Weekend, and this upcoming weekend is All-Star Weekend. So not that, you know, anyone that I'm querying, you know, would really be interested in like All-Star Weekend, but I feel like it's a good detail to, you know, to include, to like mention, because it gives my script a certain timeliness. You know, it's just like, oh, all right, bet. This is what I'm thinking. Could be totally wrong, but hey, in my query letter, I'm gonna mention Valentine's Day, gonna mention All-Star Weekend. This weekend is both Valentine's Day weekend and All-Star Weekend, so hopefully that'll resonate, that'll click. People will be like, oh yeah, sure, send me the script, and we'll go from there. So that's the plan for this week. I'm gonna tighten up the query letter today and probably like start sending them out tomorrow. Yeah. So we'll see, friends. We'll see how it all shakes out. But I will let y'all know how querying goes, whether I get any responses, any read requests, and yeah, we'll see. That's about it. That's all I got for you in this one. I'll try to upload the next video on time, but does it really matter? It might matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, y'all. Peace.
She got that water, man got that water. Don't act like you don't know. Giddy up, giddy up. Don't pay me in gold. Giddy up, back outside, I'm on the road. Giddy up. When the sun goes down, lay up. Can hear her body howl. I feel her eyeing me like how. Did your man wanna hang, man coming down? She's a tyrant every time I